Tracing Billie Eilish's career so far. Childhood. The singer was born on December 18, 2001, with the impressive name Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell, to actor parents Maggie Baird and Patrick O'Connell. Raised in the Highland Park neighbourhood of Los Angeles, Eilish and her brother, Finneas, were homeschooled to allow them greater creative freedom. Eilish learned to write songs during this time and began playing the ukulele when she was 6. At age 11, she wrote her first proper song, inspired by a Walking Dead-style zombie apocalypse. As a child, Eilish attended several acting auditions, which led her to contribute to background crowd scene dialogue for films such as Diary of a Wimpy Kid. She also was an avid dancer, although a growth plate injury terminated any hopes of a dance career in 2016. Viral success of Ocean Eyes on SoundCloud. At just 13 years old, Eilish and her older brother Finneas, who had been creating music in bands for several years, began making music together. Their first songs were She's Broken and Fingers Crossed, with Eilish recalling, "We recorded them and put them out on SoundCloud, just for fun." However, in November of that year, Eilish released Ocean Eyes on the music streaming platform, written, mixed, and produced by Finneas. The track was initially intended for his band, but he quickly realized that Eilish's voice would be much better suited. Furthermore, when Eilish's dance teacher heard the song, he asked if he could have a copy to choreograph the dance to. After the track was uploaded to SoundCloud for Eilish's teacher to access, it exploded overnight, with Finneas telling NME, "It gave us something from nothing, which is so unbelievable." Signing and Don't Smile at Me up. When Finneas' manager Danny Racasin heard the track, he knew Eilish had the potential to become a star. At the start of 2016, Eilish's brother and manager arranged for the singer to be signed to Apple Music's Platoon, which specialized in helping emerging artists before getting signed to a major label. With a publicist and a stylist, Eilish's star image was set and ready, and a music video for Ocean Eyes was released. Subsequently, the song was played on popular radio stations, and Eilish was signed to Darkroom and Interscope Records. After a string of singles, Eilish released her debut EP, Don't Smile at Me, in 2017. It contained 8 tracks, including Ocean Eyes, and reached number 12 on the UK album charts. A few months after its release, Eilish reissued the EP, which included a collaboration with Vince Staples. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Eilish teased her debut album with the single You Should See Me in a Crown in the summer of 2018. After a few more singles, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Was released to critical acclaim in March 2019. Defined as an art pop record, the LP also took inspiration from hip-hop, trap and industrial music. Thematically, Eilish was influenced by night terrors and lucid dreaming, which is reflected in the rather creepy album artwork. Within 3 months of release, the album sold over 1.3 million copies in the US alone, and Eilish became the youngest female solo act in the UK to top the charts. Eilish took home multiple accolades at the Grammy Awards for the album, including Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album. The Bad Guy viral meme album single Bad Guy became a massive hit upon its release and is now certified 6 times platinum in the US. Discussing the meaning behind the song, Eilish told 102.7 Kiss. The initial idea for the song is like people that have to tell everybody that they are a certain way all the time. They're not that certain way. In general, I feel like you will never catch a bad bitch telling everyone she's a bad bitch. It's on, it's you. In July 2019, Eilish was joined by one of her childhood heroes, Justin Bieber, who added rap-inspired vocals to the track. Due to the song's structure, which features Eilish declaring, "I'm the bad guy. Duh." Before a synthesizer riff dominates the hook, the internet found it the perfect meme template. Many users incorporated clips of The Simpsons, replacing Eilish's "duh" with Homer Simpson's "dough." Soon the song was being remixed, parodied and memified at rapid speed, yet this only aided its popularity. 2020 Grammy Award success. Who could forget Billie's sweep of the 2020 Grammys, or the iconic picture of her clutching all her awards à la Adele in 2012? Billie won 5 out of the 6 awards she was nominated for, including the most coveted 4 awards of Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Song of the Year and Album of the Year. At only 18 years old, she usurped Taylor Swift as the youngest ever solo winner of Album of the Year. Joined on stage by her brother and longtime collaborator Finneas O'Connell, the pair dedicated the Song of the Year award to all the kids who are making music in their bedroom today, a nod to their humble SoundCloud production roots. James Bond theme song following in the footsteps of Adele, Paul McCartney, and Jack White, who have each written tracks for Bond films. Billie turned her melodic, hushed tones to James Bond theme No Time to Die. In a statement to Variety, she said, "It feels crazy to be a part of this in every way. To be able to score the theme song to a film that is part of such a legendary series is a huge honor. James Bond is the coolest film franchise ever to exist. I'm still in shock." With assistance from Hans Zimmer, Johnny Marr and, of course, co-writer Finneas, the song draws more on her emotionally charged ballads than her upbeat dance tracks, the result being a slick, soulful piece that Daniel Craig said was fucking amazing. Furthermore, the song even earned Eilish an Oscar for Best Original Song. The World's a Little Blurry documentary. Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry was a year in the life documentary that followed Eilish as she navigates her explosive rise in popularity, Invisalign and all. R.J. Cutler's exploration of both her family and fame made for a fascinating watch because it began right in Eilish's childhood home, where she's in the thick of recording her debut album. As the production of When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Gets underway, her life seems simultaneously chaotic, exciting, and at times shockingly lonely. An intimate and revealing look at the teenager-turned-pop sensation. The docu-film has earned 4 Emmy nominations, including awards for music direction, sound mixing, sound editing and picture editing. Success of Happier Than Ever was the monumental second studio album Eilish delivered, shedding her garish green hair and upbeat tempo for a more downturned, refined pop record. Talking to NPR, Eilish said that for this album, co-written with Finneas O'Connell, she wanted the theme of old Hollywood and beautiful and classy. Tweaking her aesthetic and sonic bass was inspired by the solitude and reflection provided by the COVID-19 pandemic, to which fans and critics alike responded overwhelmingly with praise. The video to Happier Than Ever, which sees Eilish frantically escape a flooded house, has amassed 5.6 million likes, as well as winning Eilish an MTV Video Music Award for Song of the Year at the 2022 ceremony. Glastonbury. At just 20, Eilish made history as the youngest ever solo headliner to play Glastonbury's Pyramid stage, only 3 years after making her Worthy Farm debut on the other stage. After months of intensive touring worldwide where she'd been performing songs from her second album, Happier Than Ever, Eilish was like a well-oiled machine. Dancing with her typical frenetic energy, and belting out hits like Oxytocin, Ocean Eyes and Bad Guy, she was able to convert some of the more casual crowd attending to the virtues of a good Gen Z pop performance. Beyond putting on a good show, Eilish had comfortably stepped up to the plate as a headliner whilst demonstrating that there's room to showcase younger talent at festivals' top spots.